Welcome back, dear friend. Thank you for returning to Tina's Table of Grace. If you walked with Elias through the storm, now you'll see how the dawn breaks, how hope rises, and how a heart once broken is slowly made whole. Wherever you are right now, take a deep breath and let these next moments fill you with peace and promise. Let's continue. The morning after the storm, the village awoke with new life. Salt clung to the air, puddles shimmered on the cobblestones, and laughter floated softly over the water. Elias stood in his doorway, watching the world wake, the whisper still steady in his heart. You see now, Elias, I never left you. From across the lane, the old woman walked slowly past, leaning on her staff. She gave Elias a knowing nod, as if she too had heard the whisper. At the docks, the fishermen gathered mending nets, scrubbing boats, preparing for the day. Mina, the widow with the bread cart, called to Elias with a warm smile. The fishermen are meeting in the shed. They want to see you. The old woman was nearby, handing a child a piece of fruit from her basket. She caught Elias's eye and said softly, "Go on, they're waiting." Inside the harbor shed, the air smelled of tar and salt. Weathered faces turned toward Elias' eyes, bright with gratitude and hope. Tomas, one of the fishermen Elias had saved, stepped forward. "You didn't just save us," he said, gripping Elias's hand firmly. "You brought hope back to this village. We're starting a co-op, bigger nets, shared catches. We want you to be part of it." Just then, a traveling merchant emerged from the shadows, coat damp with salt and wind. "You have something more precious than coin," the merchant said. "Courage. I'll supply the gear. You lead with your heart." Near the door, the old woman listened quietly, her eyes shining. She whispered under her breath, "Storms may take much, but they always leave room for new beginnings." Days passed, and the village began to change. Elias's boat, once weathered and forgotten, gleamed with fresh paint. The sea, once a source of pain, became his companion again. The baskets grew heavier, the market stalls fuller. The name Rowan began to rise once more among the fishermen. The old woman often sat on the pier, showing children how to weave simple knots. When Elias passed by, she smiled and said, "Keep your hands strong, Elias. The sea loves a steady knot." Then, one afternoon, as golden sunlight warmed the harbor, Elias was unloading his catch when two figures appeared on the pier. His heart stopped. Two young women, his daughters, stood before him. "Papa?" the taller one whispered, voice trembling. Elias dropped the nets in his hands. "Clara? Ruth?" They ran to him, tears shining on sun-kissed cheeks. He held them one on each side, their laughter and sobs blending with his own. At a distance, the old woman stood watching, her hands clasped at her heart. She turned away quietly, giving the family their moment. "We heard about you," Clara said, voice breaking. We thought you'd given up." "I nearly did," Elias admitted, pulling them close. "But the storm gave me back more than it took." That night, Elias's cottage was warm with firelight. Mina brought fresh bread. Neighbors stopped by with smiles and stories, and the sea whispered gently against the cliffs. The old woman sat in a corner chair, quietly mending one of Clara's shawls. When Elias caught her eye, she said softly, "You see, the sea never leaves us empty. It only teaches us to listen." Through the laughter and warmth, Elias heard again the voice that had carried him through the darkest nights. "I told you, Elias, I never left, and I restore more than the sea can take." Elias looked around his home. At the bread on the table, the hands of his daughters in his own, and the life filling the rooms that had once been silent. The cliffs still called to him, but no longer as a place of sorrow. They were now a place of promise. The old woman joined him there once more, standing beside him in the wind. "Do you hear it now?" she asked gently. Elias smiled. "Yes, I hear." The storm had not ended his story. It had written him a new one. Thank you for listening to The Whisper in the Storm, brought to you by Tina's Table of Grace. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories that bring faith, hope, and healing. May you always hear the whisper in your own storm. God bless you, and see you next time.
When the waves are high and the night feels long, when my heart is weak and my hope feels gone, I hear your voice, so gentle, so near. It says, "My child, don't be afraid, I am here." You are the whisper in the storm, the light that keeps my spirit warm. Even when the path is hidden from my eyes, I will trust you, Lord, till the sunrise. Through the shadows deep, you are guiding me. Through the raging sea, you are setting me free. Every step I take, I will hold your hand, for I know your love will help me stand. You are the whisper in the storm, the light that keeps my spirit warm. Even when the path is hidden from my eyes, I will trust you, Lord, till the sunrise. You lead me through by your mercy and grace.